Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Okay, before we start, do you have any question from last class? Semua okay? All right, good. Okay, check dulu. Recording on. Okay, so share screen. So today we are going to continue from where we left last time. We were doing this thing here. This is where we left. We are already doing the optimization problem. We have this example, and I give you a few questions. Is that right? Okay, I give you a few questions for homework. So I'm going to continue from here. Today we're going to look at application for this optimization problem. So here, when you have optimization problem, we either maximize or minimize the objective function. So let me see here, application 4.2, the maximum. All right. Now suppose I want to do the minimization problem. I haven't done that. Let's go back to the example. Okay. Now suppose instead of maximizing, we have minimized. So let's say here, we minimize the objective, right? Minimize the objective subject to the constraints. And we will have the same, okay, the same thing. Objective is the same function, but now we are minimizing. So when you have a minimization problem, instead of maximization, what is the difference? There is no difference. Everything is the same. Okay, the method is the same from the beginning up to the table. So everything will be the same up to here. Okay, from the beginning up to the end, I mean not to the end, up to the table will be the same. The only difference will be what? Will be the answer, the solution, the answer, the final answer. So here, since we are looking at minimization, minimize the objective subject to the constraints. So what we have is what? What you have is you want to look at what? I want to look at the minimum value. Okay, so that is our solution, the minimum value. And the point that give you 4 is point C, 4, 4. Okay, so our conclusion will be, we just say the minimum value of the objective is what? Is 4. And the point that give you the minimum, what is it? Negative 4, 4. Where x equal to negative 4, y equal to 4. So that is the only difference. Everything else the same. We just look at what? Just look at the minimum. So the way to approach it, everything is the same. Then the solution or the answer will depend on what? Will depend on whether you want to maximize the objective or minimize the objective. The only difference will be the final answer. Okay, any question on that? All right, so if there is no question, I will continue with the what do I call it? With the application. So that will be the last part of this. Now, when you look at application, we want to do one example. I would like you to read example number 2. Okay, go to example number 2. Please read the example number 2. The farm co-op. Read example 2, the farm co-op. That is to maximize the profit. Okay, have you read that? Now, when we do application, application, I want to give you some guidelines on how to approach the problem. So let me get my the guideline. So that I will have everything consistent. Okay, this is how we are going to approach the problem. I give you here the guideline, okay, the method. The guidelines. First, okay, first, of course, you have to summarize the problem now. You have to know what the problem is about. All right, what is it about? Is it maximizing profit? And then you get the information, the general information. Okay, the general information. That means look at the thing. What is the problem about? Get some general information. Okay, from there, you want to know what is the objective. Okay? We know the objective will be just a function, linear function. From the objective, we can identify the variables. Or the variables X and Y, what are they? All right, what are they? And then once you got the variable, you come up with the constraint. It's also they're also variables. All right, but these variables, they are the one with the limit. All right, the one with the limit. So we can call it the constraint. Variables, but they are the one with the limit. That means they have the maximum value and they have the minimum value. So once you have that thing, you're going to relate. Okay, you're going to relate the variables, which is X and Y, to the variables with the limit. All right, to the variables with the limit of the constraint. Okay, with this one. So how do you relate? We make a table. So from here, you will get the inequalities. You get the inequalities, which are the constraints. And of course, from the objective, I will get the objective function. Okay, so that is the general guideline on how to formulate the problem. One of the most important part is to come up with the objective function and then to be able to get the inequalities. Okay, any question? All right, now go to example number 2. Okay, you look at example number 2, give me the general information of that example. General information. I don't want you to give me the numbers yet, all right? I just want you to give me what do you know about that problem? What is it about? Just general information. Okay, what are the general information? Give me. Somebody give me something. Okay, so what are the general information? What is it about? Okay, I'm going to list. We just list down so that we get a better understanding of that thing. Okay, what are we dealing with here?
Finding the profit.
Number one, you know from there you know the objective. You've got to find the profit. Okay. So the problem is finding profit, maximize profit. Okay. Oh, now you know the profit. It's always linear function. The objective ax plus by. It's a linear function. So from there you can get the x, the y. Okay. Number two. What else? It may not be in order. Okay. You just come up with whatever information that you get there. We will summarize now. Okay, what else? There are so many things inside there. 1%, give me one. You don't have to give me many. Unless you want to give a lot, or you want to give more than one, it's okay too. All right, what else?
There are constraints also in this question.
No, you don't do that. But I just need general information, the information that you need in order to get to solve the problem. Okay, if you're talking about constraints, we know there will be constraints, but that is not what you want now. Okay, you want to know how to get the constraint. Just give me some information about this problem. Okay, Iman, nobody talk. I will call your name. Iman. Hi. Are you reading or you don't read? Okay, Sharifah Kharijah. Give me 1 point, from that example. I'm not asking you to write an essay, just give me 1 point. Okay, what? Sharifah. Okay, Nurul Hana. Ada orang ni. Okay, Fatin Nabila. Ain Dalili. Just give me one thing that you get from the example. Takkan tak faham aja. Okay, what do you get from there? Give me just one. I'm not going to ask you to get 20 things, just one. Okay, what? Let me know. Tell me. Okay, Tuan Muhammad Hafiz. Okay, I'm not going to proceed. Okay, I'm not going to proceed until we develop this problem. Okay, so I do not know whether you read or you don't read. Okay, this is a simple thing. If we cannot get the information, then what else can we do? Okay, Tuan Muhammad, say something. Tell me something that is an information for us to solve the problem.
Sir.
Yes.
The variable?
Yeah, just tell me. You don't say variable, whatever. Just tell me what you understand from the problem that is important to solve the problem. That means just give me one information. You don't have to say variable, you don't have to say constraint. Just get me the general information. Okay. Tell me. But, Musa. Okay, you are moving in the right direction, variable, but I don't want to the word variable. I just want the word that will contribute to the information we need in order to solve.
Based on that question, it
Ah.
needs hours and also type of chairs.
So types of chairs. Wow, are we looking at a different question?
Or which is
So
think he got the
6,000
different version.
acres of land.
What I mean tadi ni the co-op it's not about chairs, you know. It's about the co-op.
Corn.
So one is what? Acre of land. So one is land. Okay. What else? You don't have you know, just basic information. You don't have to know. You don't have to mention the quantity or whatever. You know, because this information will be the variables and we'll come up with the constraints. All right. What else? Land. Lagi.
Hour.
Labor. Labor. Okay. Land. Labor. What else?
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer. And labor. Okay. Lagi.
Profit per acre.
Number 3 is the corn. Okay. Corn. And what else?
Soybean.
Soybean. Okay. And you know the company is named Co-op, Farm Co-op. They want to maximize profit. So these are what? The soybean and the corns, if you go to the example, these are the output. Okay, you can say output. If you don't say output, okay, this is what they want to what? They want to grow, or they want to plant, okay, or they want to produce. And you choose whatever word you want. And what is this? These are what? These are the input, or the things that you need in order to produce the corn and the fertilizer. Or you don't have to say input or plants, but these are the things, you know, eventually you will understand. Okay, the co-op is producing or planting corn, soybean, and they need this inputs, this material in order to produce those products. Okay, so these are the basic information. You don't worry about, you know, quantities or the constraints, the variables. Yet we are going to develop it. Okay. Now, if you look at the profit, what do you want to do in order to maximize the profit? This one we're going to more specific. Okay. What do you need to do in order to maximize profit? That one you can get from part A.
You increase the output.
You want to produce the output. What are they?
Corn and
corn.
soybeans.
Corn and soybean. Okay. So here, how much to produce? Okay. So how much to produce corn and soybean to maximize profit? Okay. Now we look at the units. So from here, all right. From here, we know the variables because this is the one that you want to determine the quantity. Okay, you want to determine the quantity. That is the thing that you just going to change. That is what you want to find. Okay, so those are the variables. Okay, now what is the unit for the corn? It's not just corn. The units are given. Is it barrels of corn? Is it kilograms of corn? Or what? What is the unit they give you here?
Acres.
Acres. You can say X is corn. Okay, the amount of corn, or you can say the unit first, or we can say the units come later on in acres. Okay, acres of land that we are going to plant corn. And Y, we can say soybean. Now the unit is also in acres of land. So these are the variables, and the variables most likely, okay, will come from the objective. they will stay, to minimize costs. How much do you have to hire this and this? And here to maximize profit, how much do you have to produce all these things? So you got the variables. Now, when you assign the X and Y, it's up to you. Okay? You can say Y is corn and X is soybean. Doesn't matter, because this is your choice. It's up to you, because it is not stated. Okay, it is not stated. Okay? You will say X for corn, Y for soybean, unless the problem say that X should be the particular variable. Otherwise, it's up to you. You make your choice, and then either way, that will of course consistent. That will be consistent with the outcome. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you assign the variable for. So let me just use X for corn in acres, Y for soybean in acres. And you have all this information. So these are the variables. Okay, soybean and corn in acres. And then these are the inputs. So if you look at the input variable, okay, it's also variable. But if you look at the question, they have variables with limit. They have a maximum value or minimum value. So everything is given in the table. So what I mean is that once we understood the basic information, and you look at the numbers, we can come up with the table, all right? To relate what? To relate soybean corn and the land, fertilizer, etc. Okay? So if you look at the table, it's already given in the table afterwards. I'm going to give you another problem, all right? Where the table is not given, we have to come up with the table. So if you look at the table there, you have corn, soybean, fertilizer, labor, and the requirements are given. Okay, the requirements are given there, and then the total available, the last column there, is the limit. Okay, is the limit for fertilizer. 5250 is the limit for labor. So that means you have a maximum value of these inputs. You have the maximum value of these inputs available. Given that you want to produce the particular amount of corn and soybean. Okay, you got it? So if I put here, so you have corn, okay, and then soybean. So you can say that it's X, Y. So we know the units, okay? The units are what? The units are in acres. So here you got fertilizer, and here you got the labor. And you got the information put there, all right, as per in the book. And that is the limit, okay, limit, 40,500. And also here, the limit, 5250. So sometimes, how do we know the limit? Less than or equal to, most of the time they use at most. Okay? At most means that is the maximum. Sometimes the bigger than or equal to, they will say at least. Okay, at least means that is the lowest, it can be higher. At most means that must be the highest, to be lower. So that's how you get the limit. Okay, all right. Now you relate the corn and the soybean. So we come back with the inequalities or the constraints. Okay, so the constraints of the inequalities, which we obtain from the table. So number one, you can say fertilizer is the inequality. That will be 9x plus 3y less or equal to 40,500. Okay, so that comes from the first row. So you just write down the information. You got 9x plus 3y less or equal to 40,500. That is the limit of the fertilizer. Now you have the second one, that's the labor. So what do we have? You have 3 over 4 plus y less or equal to 5250. So that is our number 1, that is number 2. Now, if you look at the solution there is another one, which is land, okay, which we mentioned earlier. There is land here, all right? Now, how do you get that land constraint? So if you look at land, I can put here land, okay? Now, what is the limit to the land? How many acres do you have available for the company?
6,000.
6,000. 6,000 is the amount that you have available. So in terms of constraint, you can plant 6,000 acres or less. So it should be less or equal to, cannot be more than, because that is the amount that you got. Okay, you can have less than or bigger than. Now, what do you use for the land? Either for what? For soybean, okay, or for corn. So up to 6,000, I can grow corn, 2,000 acres of corn, 4,000 acres. Or I can grow 3,000, 3,000, or whatever the amount is. The distribution will be different, but the maximum amount will be what? Will be 6,000. So what you do, you put here 1 and 1, that would be our land constraint. So if you look at the constraint there, you see x plus y less or equal than 6,000. So that is our land constraint. And of course, automatic constraint, you don't have to write this. You have to have x bigger or equal to 0, y bigger or equal to 0. This one, all right, if you don't do that, it's also okay. If you don't do it, it's fine. If you want to do, that is fine. But the most important will be the actual constraints. So these are the constraints or the inequalities. All right? Okay. So next, you come up with the objective function. So objective function, we know, linear function. So profit P, AX plus BY. Now, how do you know what is A? Now, these A here are the constants. Okay. The constants. And if our profit function, that means A, B, this is what? This is profit per unit of X. I should write it nicely. A is profit per unit or average profit of X. What we call average. Okay, average profit. What is B? B coefficient of Y is profit per unit of Y. Okay, so that is the average profit. Average profit. Profit of Y. Now, that is the objective profit. Now, what about if our objective is cost? Then the objective function cost is again same thing, AX plus BY. Now, this A and B is the average, okay, average, or that whatever the variable, whatever the objective is per unit. So it is objective per unit. Your objective is profit per unit. profit per unit of X of Y, okay, or average profit. Now, if you have cost, okay, if you have cost, then what is A? It's not profit per unit. So now, what should it be? Average what? Average of what? Our objective now is cost. Okay, I want to minimize cost for linear function. So what is A now? It shouldn't be profit per unit. What should it be? Okay, what is it? Follow, you know, the argument just follow. If the profit, if the objective is profit, then A is profit per unit. If the objective is cost, then what is A?
Cost.
Cost lah.
Value of unit.
Cost per unit. Okay, of what? Of X, since this coefficient of X. And similarly, B will be what? Cost per unit, or the average. So regardless of the objective, whatever the objective is, okay, whatever the objective is, then the coefficient will be the average measure, okay, the average measure of the objective with respect to that particular variable. But most of the time, we either deal with profit or with cost. So not much difference. We just know that it's profit per unit or cost per unit. So if you look at part A, what is the profit per unit for corn? Profit per acre for corn is 240, and the profit of soybean per acre is 160. So therefore, right? Therefore, the profit function, okay, our profit function P is equal to 240 plus 160 y. Given information on that. So you write down lah. Average profit per acre for corn is 240, or profit per acre for corn 240. So that is A. And then profit per acre for soybean is 160. So that is B, because we assign Y for soybean. Okay, all right. So when you have this, you want to state the problem. So our problem is, you look at the solution, okay, the part of solution, we write down what? I write down to maximize profit. That problem. Okay, this is very important, that part, because that will tell you what we want to find and how we're going to find it. So maximize profit, P equal to the function, okay, which you already get, subject to, or we can use ST, the constraints, okay? You write down the constraints, there are 3 of them. So you write down 1, 2, 3. So this is the formal. So this is what we call the problem statement. Otherwise, if we don't have this, then what are we doing? Okay. What are we doing? What do you want to find? Okay, and how you're going to find it. So from the summary of the information, we got the table. Okay, you got the table here. You got the inequalities. And then I got the profit, the objective. And then you have what? I have the problem. So that is the problem statement. And if you look at the table there, okay, the graph, they will show you the corner points, everything like that. So we discuss the corner points. So what I want you to do, okay, I would like you to do this example again at home. I would like you to look at the feasible region. All right, if you don't want to do it, that's okay. Just look at the graph. We know already the feasible region, but if you do it, that's good. You get the feasible region, and then you find the corner points. Okay, determine the corner points. So if I go back to the table, let's say I assign point A 0, 0, okay, B 4,500 0, and then I go counterclockwise. C, D, E. Okay, there are 5 points. So these points you can identify from the graph because these are what? These are the intercepts. All right. Here, of course, the point E is also intercept. This one we can identify easily. Okay, you can identify easily. A, B, E. You can identify from the graph. But if you look at C and D, okay, if you identify from the graph, it will not be accurate. So these points you need to determine. So when I say determine, you need to determine the point, C and D. Okay, so you do have to determine point C. So you have to look at the system. Okay, the system of equations for C or D. So that is why we need to label the lines. If you look at the diagram there, they label the lines so that we know what are the equations for the system in order to find the particular corner points. Okay, for example, if I want to find C, what are the equations that I need to get point C? And that point C is the one that is 3750, 2250. Okay, look at the graph. What are the equations that you need in order to find that point? Okay, apa equation? We just do this one so that we review. What are the system? What are the equation that we need? Tell me. Okay. What are the equations? Somebody tell me one, and then another person tell me the other equation. All right. What are they?
So x plus y equal to 6,000.
X plus y equal to 6,000. So that is one. Okay, you need that in order to find that point C. Point C yang tu 3750 tu tau. 6,000. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, what is the other equation?
Sin x plus 3y equal to 40,500.
Okay, 9x plus 3y equal to 40,500. So that is number two. You will get point C. Okay, so this one your homework. Okay, you go home, you do this. Practice. And also you need to find point E. All right? Okay, good. So once you have the corner points, and then we substitute the profit, all right, into each of the corner points, you will get the profit for each corner point. So you go back to the table. Okay, so this is my table. So that's my table. I don't have sama je table dia. Corner points. P equal to whatever. So you substitute as per the table in the book. Okay, you will get what? I will get P equal. I do this one. 2400 plus 160 0 equal 0. And you do everything for each of the other points. What is the maximum profit? Our problem is to maximize. What is the maximum profit? You identify from the table. Okay, so what is the maximum profit? Tengok the table balik. Give me the maximum profit. What is it? Okay, you evaluate. Not evaluate. You examine the table. What is the maximum profit?
315,000.
I think you are looking at the different profit, different objective. The one that is the profit per unit for 240 and 160. I think you are looking at another table. Maybe the profit function is different. Okay, if you look at the 11th edition, what is the maximum profit? Okay, hurry up. Cepat. Anybody, what is the maximum profit?
Is it 140,000 or different?
Oh, I think we are looking at different example. Maybe your
Yes, I
example.
think so, sir.
Huh?
I think different.
Maybe you know, looking at the example, the co-op with these numbers. Okay, you have the point A 00 and then 4500 00. Point C is 3750 2250. Probably what yours is example different numbers, maybe different edition. So if you have this one, what is the maximum profit?
$318,000? No.
No, that one 302 is a different edition, I think. I'm looking at the one that the one I think 11th edition. Yeah, these values corner point. Okay, what is the maximum value? Hurry up. You know, from there we got the constraints. Okay, what is maximum value? You all semua buku edition lama ke?
Sir, is it 1,260,000?
Yang tu lah. Okay, you will see 1.26 million. Okay, that is the maximum value of the profit. You see there 1,260,000. That means 1.26 million. That is the maximum. So that is our answer. And the point that give you the maximum is what? Point C, 3750, 2250. All right. So that is not the end. What you need to do is you have to conclude. All right. Based on the point, we have to describe that one. So we say this: to maximize profit, what do you have to do? I have to plan 3750 acres. Acres of what? Of corn. And 2250 acres of soybean. And then the maximum value, the maximum profit is what? Is $1.26 million. So our conclusion of it, to describe the maximum value and the point that give you the maximum value. Okay, all right. So what you need to do, okay, you study back the table. That is our conclusion. And of course, you go home, you find the point C and D, like what we're doing. Yes. All right. So that is example 2. Now I would like you to read. Okay, you go home and read example 4. That is the maximize, not minimize. Minimize cost. I'm going to do another example. Okay, we're going to do another example. This one, we need to set the problem.
Sir,
Yes.
how did you get 1.26 million?
Okay. Are you looking at the book or you don't have the book?
Yeah, I have the book.
You have the book. Do you see the table there on the solution? Do you see the table?
Yeah.
So what we do here is I look. This is the table. Okay, the corner points. These are the table. 0, 0. You see the 0, 0 first point, and then 4500 0 second point, 3750 2250 the third point, and so on. You see that? Can you see that? Can you see the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you substitute the value, each value there into the profit. Okay, so I want you to do that. I want you to finish it up. Okay, and then you see how you get that 1.26 million. Here, I substitute only the first point. Okay, I want you to now, okay, to do for the point B, C, D, and until the end. Okay. So now I'm going to take a break for Azan. After Azan, you do it now, okay? Do it now. After Azan, we'll see. Then we'll see how you get there. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Did you do the substitution? Okay, by doing that, then you will see for the point C, okay, you substitute, you will get 126,000. 1.26 million. That's how you get it. Okay, you will get the level of the profit for each of the corner points. And then you identify the one that gives you the maximum, which is point C. So that is the maximum. So that's our conclusion. Okay. Any other question? All right. So that is example number 2. Okay. Now we want to do another example. Here we are out of example. So let's do one question. Okay, let's do one question. Okay, we do this question. Okay, before that, I'll give you more question dulu. Belum terlupa. Hari itu saya bagi soalan berapa? I give you question 10 and 11. Okay. For now, I give you the application. So example 4 ni, you read at home. Okay, read at home. For the homework, you do questions number 25, and then 27. Okay, all these are maximizing of profit. Okay, practice. For this one, you don't have to do all. Okay, you do 2 will be enough lah. Okay, then you can do number 32. This 2. Okay, lagi apa lagi? And then you can do number 40. Uh, 42 maximizing. 42 maximizing. I want to give you minimizing. Banyak lah. Oh, yang ni tak payah buat. Yang ni tak payah buat lah. Ini 3 tu cukup. And then minimize. You do number 39. Okay, that's minimizing cost. And then 38. Also minimization of cost. Okay. All right. So let us do one question on minimization. Minimization of cost. Let us do question number minimize cost. Let us do question number 39. Okay, number 39. 38 also minimize cost. Minimize cost. Minimize cost. 39. Okay. You do, and maybe you can do. Okay, so we are going to do 39. 39 is the manufacturing. Okay, manufacturing. the Jenny punya company. Okay, Jenny. So make sure you are doing this Jenny problem. If it is a different number, then you have to, then it's not 39 lah. All right. So Jenny ini 11th edition, number 39, my book. If you have different edition, probably different number. Okay. All right. So I want you to do this. Not do lah, you know, we do it together, but I want you to summarize the information. Okay, summarize the information, get the variables. So in other words, you get the variables and then what is the objective? And then you come up with the inequalities or the constraints. Okay, so do it now. I give you 10 minutes. Just go up to the table. Okay, just go up to the table and then you state the problem. You don't have to solve, right? Then you have to state the problem. Jangan solve dulu. Okay, we don't have to solve. We do the first. All right, okay, try. Number 39. Okay, do it now. Okay, if you have any problem, okay, you can ask me or you can ask your friend. Okay, I think this is, are you a new student? I haven't seen your name before. This is my Cheng Zhen. Are you new?
Yes, I'm new here.
How come you are so late? You know, this is too late. I don't think I will recommend you, you know.
I have 2 or 3 class here.
But I haven't seen your name. I don't see your name there.
I think
in my
before this, my name change is Amin, A-M-I-N. Then I
Oh,
changed.
your name is Amin.
Yeah.
Then Amin. I think Amin. So I saw your name lah.
Yeah,
Or your name is Amin, but this is your Chinese name, my Zheng.
Yes.
Or this one is in your class list.
Yes.
Okay, so maintain. So Amin, okay lah. I think I saw your name.
Because it's easier to say.
Only thing is you put your picture here. Okay, Amin. Put your picture.
Okay.
Put your picture so that I know how you look like. Okay. So your name, Amin, Mai Cheng Zen. All right. Okay. Good. Now, if you have any problem, you ask me. Okay, I'm here. Oh, you discuss with a friend, but I want everybody to do on their own. Okay. This one is just to test our understanding. I want you to understand how to formulate the problem. So it's okay. If you are wrong, that's fine. Because here is not to get it right. Here is what? To do it. All right. Have you come up with the table yet? No? Do you have the table yet? Hello, hello. Ada orang ke tak ada orang? Okay, where are you now? Somebody answer me. Where are you now? I mean, not. Where
Almost,
are you?
almost.
I mean, where are you in terms of doing that example? Where are you? Are you at the table or are you at the objective or are you done with the problem statement?
Table.
Table. All right. Okay, so what are the variables? I'm not going to summarize the information, okay? That is, of course, you have to do it in order to develop the understanding, okay? But when you sum up with, so you summarize the information, what are they, you know, what is it about, and what are the things that are related to each other. So that will give you understanding on how to come up with the problem. But let us start with the objective. What is the objective here?
Find your minimum cost.
You want to minimize costs, okay? And of course, before when you read, you know the company is producing three types of draperies at 2 different locations. So you have 3 by 2. So by now you have 3 by 2 table, okay? 2 location, location 1, and then you have location 2. So this location is like factory, you know. And then you have 3 products, which are drapes, better drapes, standard drape. Oh, sorry, deluxe, better, standard. So when you come up with the table, it should be 3 by 2. You have 2 locations and 3 types of products. And then, of course, the numbers are given. From there, you will know what are the variables with limits. So the variables with limit, that will give you the constraints. Yeah, all right. Now, in order for you to minimize cost, what do you need to do? Okay, minimize cost. Minimize cost of what? So from there, you will know which are the variables. So from here, okay, you have location 1, location 1, location 1, location 2, right? And then you have 3 products, the standard, the deluxe, and what? The deluxe, the standard, and the better. So now which are the variables? The variables can be location, or the variables can be here, can be the goods. But we know already from us, we already have X and Y, two variables. So most likely over here, because there are two, you don't have three variables. Okay? Okay, right. So you know, these are the relationships. Location 1 produce 3 types. Location 2 also produce 3 types. All right. Now, what are the variables? You know from the cost, from the objective. What are the variables? Okay, variable apa dia variable? Siapa yang dah buat tu, beritahu lah. I say it doesn't matter, wrong ke, right ke, tak apa. We are doing it now. Okay, what is your variable? Or what are your variables?
Deluxe rate, standard rate.
Okay, he said deluxe rates and then standard rates. Okay, is this right or is it wrong? Anybody who has a different variables than this? Or do you agree with these variables? Are these the variables?
No.
Okay, what are the variables? If somebody say no, then what?
Location.
Location. So there are two things here. Okay, two answers. One is location. That means location 1, location 2 lah. Okay, I want the others. Who do you think the deluxe and the standard are variables, or do you think the locations are the variables?
Both.
Huh?
Both are variable, right?
Both are variables, but one is variable with the limit. Okay. For now, we don't want the variable with the limit. We want the variables to satisfy the objective. The variables that achieve the objective. Okay. So in other words, the actual variable. Okay. Okay. Which one is the variables?
Location.
Location.
Okay. If you look at the objective, normally from the objective you will know the variables. If you look at that sentence, how many days should Jenny schedule at each location in order to minimize cost? Okay, so from there, you know what are the variables, what are the things you want to find. Okay, the variables is the other things that you want to find or to determine. Okay, now you want to determine what? In order to minimize cost, I want to determine the number of days at each location. So you have location 1 and location 2. Now the variables is not just location 1. What is the unit? Or you can put Y, location 2. Okay, what is the unit? Is it kilogram or is it acres or what? They give you there, you know, they give you in the question.
The cost,
So
the price.
Not the price. Huh?
Days, right?
Days, the number of days. Okay, the number of days. So these are the units, the number of days that you should that you should operate in order to minimize cost. So your variables are location in terms of days, not in terms of dollars, not in terms of kilograms. Okay, so these are the units. So once you got the variables, these are the variables also, you know, but these are the variables with what? With the limit. Okay, the actual variable, the one that you want to find, are the locations. Okay, all right. So what you do next is that we relate these 5 things. So you have location. Location 1, call it X. It's number of days. Okay, so location 2, call it Y, number of days. And then you have the products. What are they? Deluxe. Deluxe, and then better. And then you have standard. Okay. So after that, you put in the numbers. Okay, I think I'm going to make adjustment. It's too far there. You know. So here, location 1, call it X in terms of days. Location 2, Y. Okay, so here, if I don't put the variables yet, it's okay too. I will show you why. How? So now, put in the numbers. So what is the number? What are the numbers that I want to put here? Okay, apa dah? Sini apa dah? Or it can go this way. You know, depending on the question, it go that way, or it can go that way. So from there, how do you put in the numbers? You see there what? Okay, give me the first set of numbers. Okay, tell me what are they?
10, 20,
10, 20.
20. And then
20.
Yeah, 10, 20. And then 20, 50.
10,
And then
20,
13, 6.
13. Okay. 10,
10,
20, 13. You must read
15,
it
6.
according to the location, because they say at location 1. Okay, at location 1, so it go downward. Okay, at location 1, how can it do it? They can make 10. Okay, 10 pairs of deluxe, and then what?
20.
20 pairs of the better, and then 15. Oh, no. Okay, so you fill up the spaces according to the order in which they state, in the question. Okay, so the question says is by location, so you fill up according to the location, right? Location 1, deluxe, better, standard. What about location 2? It can make 20. And then 10. Mana dia? 20 deluxe, 50.
56.
Lepas tu? 6. Macam tu. Okay. All right. And then you go to the next part. The company says order for how much? For what? 2,000 deluxe. So sekarang you know, for the deluxe, they have 2,000. So jangan put location. You have to put 2,000 deluxe here. All right. And then for the better, they have 4,200. And then for the standard,
1,200.
1,200. Okay. So you have these numbers. Now, is it less than or bigger than that you put here? You have the order. People order 10 durian from you. Is it less than or bigger than if you want to put inequality?
Bigger.
Bigger than. Okay. If the order is 2,000, you can make more. Okay, you can make more than 2,000, but not less than 2,000. Because what? Because they want 2,000. Okay, so you put bigger than, bigger than, bigger than. So from here, okay, from here, even though you don't say any X and Y yet, let's say you are not sure what is X and Y. So you see here, the deluxe, better, and standard, they have already the limit. So this is the limit. That's the limit. So this shouldn't be the variable. This shouldn't be what you want to find. Okay, what you should find should be location. Okay, so what are the things that you want to find? And of course, if you read the book, if you read the question in the objective, they say what? They say, how many days do we operate at location 1, location 2? So consistent lah dekat sini. Okay, so either way, okay, either you can come up with the X and Y from the objective, or you can tabulate the information. From there, you can still, come up with the variable that you want to find. Why? You'll see one of this set of information, there will be a limit. So that will be the constraint. Now, the deluxe and could be your variables because they already put the limit. Okay, the limit to it. These are still variables, but variable will limit. What you want is the variable that you want to find. Okay, want to find. Here there is nothing on the location. They don't say anything. So this is what you want to find. You want to find how many days that you want to operate location 1, location 2, in order for you to meet the demand. Okay, all right. So here you have the inequalities. All right, you write down the inequalities. What are they? Okay, tell me. For those people who have write down, that's good. If you haven't write down, tell me what are the inequalities. Tell me one first. So now this is X. Okay, location 1, X, which is the number of days. This is Y. Okay, give me one inequality. Okay, cepat.
10x plus 20y bigger or equal to 2000.
Okay, that is one. Okay, that is on the deluxe. So you just read, okay, read the numbers according to that constraint, to the limit, horizontally. You cannot read it downward. Okay, if you read downward, then you will not be able to come up with the inequality. Okay, so one is 10x plus 20y bigger or equal to 2000. Okay, and then the second one is of course 20x plus 50y bigger or equal to 4200. You finish it up. All right, and of course we know that x bigger than 0, y bigger or equal to 0. Okay, all right, good. Finally, what is the objective? Objective is to minimize cost. So you want to minimize cost. And cost function is linear. Ax plus by. So what is the value of a and what is the value of y?
A 500.
A is 500, cost per unit. Okay, cost per unit for x. So you know A is 500, B is 800. So that's our cost. So cost is equal to 500x plus 800y. So that is our cost. So to make our life more systematic, in order for you to solve the problem, then we formulate the problem. You make a problem statement. So what are we doing here? We want to minimize cost. Okay, C equal to what? Equal to everything this. Finish it up. That too, the constraint. Okay. So you have to have this. All right. Now, do you have a class after 5 o'clock? Anybody has a class after 5?
No, sir.
I have, sir.
You have what time? What time is your class?
5
5.
p.m.
Oh, many people have class after 5, at 5 o'clock. Where are you now? Where are you in terms of? Okay, so this is what I want you to do. If you have a class, okay, you go attend your class. If you don't have a class, all right, I want you to do this problem. Finish it up. Okay, finish up. Finish up. Lepas tu apa nak buat? Susah kan? Okay, how many people have classes? How many people have classes? Can I have the number? How many? Are there many or a few only? Siapa yang ada kelas tu? Can you tell me? Can you say? Siapa yang ada kelas? Berapa orang?
Sir.
Ada 1, 2 lagi? 3. Saudara? 4. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, me too, sir.
Okay, 5. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 6, 7. Anybody? Okay, so I have only 7 people who have class at 5. So that's okay. I want everybody else to stay, okay? Stay here. I want you to finish up everything. Okay, finish up everything up to the answer, to the solution. And then I will discuss this. We do this in class, okay? We do this in class. I will consider this as in-class homework. Okay, in-class homework, you do it on your own, individual. Okay, we will do together, but I want you to do it on your own. Okay, it's okay to get it wrong, that's fine. After this, I will make the correction, you do your own correction. So this is your individual homework. You put your names, your metric number. All right, now it's 5 o'clock. I give you 20 minutes, okay, up to 5:20 to finish up. And then I will discuss. Okay, discuss, because we already developed up to here. All right, so I want you to come up with a graph, the corner points, and then the table and get the answer. Okay, all right. For those who have classes, you go to your class, these 7 people tadi tu, okay? After your class, you finish it up and then submit, okay? I will put a homework number 2 in the classroom. So you submit through homework number 2. Now, if you don't come to class today, right? If you don't come to class today, you don't have to do. Okay, I only want these people here, 36. Only 36 coming today. So I only need from these 36 students. So if you don't come, if your friend don't come, don't bother to submit. Okay, they can do it, but don't submit. The submission is only for those people who are present now. All right? Okay. Okay, all right. Anything else? So if you have if you have a class, you can go now. Okay, after the class, you do this and then submit to me. Okay, I give you homework number 2. Okay, any question, anything? Okay, do it now. All right, before you go, okay, I would like to wish our Hindu friends, Saras, Bala, and the other one is Hima. I think Hima is not here today. Happy Deepavali. Have a nice celebration for your big day, and have fun. Okay, and we come back to class. Okay, anybody else want to say happy Deepavali to our friend?
Happy Deepavali.
Happy Deepavali.
Happy Diwali.
Okay, so
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
alright.
guys.
Ada maruku? Do you do maruku? Ada buat maruku ah?
Ada.
Ada. Kalau
Ada.
kalau ada kelas dekat kampus, you know, you can bring some maruku. But online tak. Alright. So finish up the question. Okay. In 20 minutes we will go through. Okay. I will go through the solution. And if you have class, you can go now. Alright. You submit to me later. After your class.
Sir,
Yes.
can you please read the WhatsApp? I have sent you a few message there.
Where you message WhatsApp? Cakap lah sekarang. I don't have my phone. Normally
Saya
during
tak ada kelas pukul 5.
ada
Tapi
kelas
saya tak ada kelas pukul 5. Tapi saya ada appointment lain.
apa?
Saya dapat jemputan untuk pergi majlis tahlil MB Selangor.
Macam tu, you pergi. After you come back, you do finish up the question. Okay.
Alright then, okay. So bila last submit?
You submit lah, malam ni dah submit. Jangan sampai esok.
Malam je. Alright then, okay.
Whatever
Okay,
it
thank
is,
you, sir.
after you come back, you do it. Okay.
Okay.
Jangan tunggu sampai besok.
InsyaAllah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, for those people who have no class, no appointment, no nothing, of course appointment dia penting lah kan. Okay, continue to do 20 minutes. We will go through the answers. Okay, all right.
Sir, only this question 39?
Yalah, for now 39. Nak buat 2 soalan? Kalau nak buat 2 soalan boleh tak? I give you one more.
Well, let's do one first.
One lah.
Just asking. Yes, asking.
I give you only one, you want 2? Okay, I can give you 2. No problem. Ini pun banyak kerja nak buat tu. Okay, 20 minutes. 20 minutes tu maknanya 5:20. Okay, 5:20 I will come back there. So you can discuss with a friend. All right, but I want you to write on your own. Okay, write on your own. It's okay. If it is wrong, that's fine. We'll make the correction so that we know where you went wrong. Okay, all right. Hello, Assalamualaikum. How was it? How's the graph? Have you got the corner points?
No, sir.
Do you have the corner points? Graph from the graph. Do you have the corner points?
No, sir.
What happened? Apa?
I tried to find it, but I'm not sure.
Sir, I think it should be smaller than.
No, it's not smaller than. No, I mean the feasible region. Did you get the feasible region?
No, sir.
Huh? You don't get the feasible region? You have 10x plus 20y. Okay, I think what you can do, if you're still working on it, I will give you until tonight. Okay? I think you need more time. Only take a break first. Maybe you do it again tonight. You submit this thing here by so whatever you get, you submit. All right. You don't have to think whether it's right or not. You go ahead. I will try to look at this thing. Okay. So I give you until. Or you can submit now. Okay, just submit whatever you have. Or I think okay lah. I'll give you until 10 o'clock. Okay, so 10 p.m. tonight. Submit by 10 p.m. If you want to submit now, it's okay too. All right, but you can submit at 10 p.m. Latest 10 p.m. Okay. All right.
Sir,
Yeah.
if we still can't find the feasible region,
If you
then
still cannot find the feasible region, just submit what you have lah. Okay. And then next class, next week, we'll discuss. Okay. All right. Okay, cari feasible region. I got the feasible region. All right. But to find the point, because there are 2 corner points that you need to find. So you need more time. Okay. So I give you up. If you cannot get the feasible region, then you submit to me what you have. All right. But I think there should be a feasible region. You have bigger than, of course, you have everything bigger than. There should be intersection point. But I will check again. Maybe you are right. There is no intersection point or intersection region. So by 10 p.m., whatever you have, you submit. All right. Or even if you want to submit now, it's okay too. Okay. All right. Monday kita. All right. Okay. So I will stop here. We will continue again on next week. Have a nice weekend. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Excuse
wabarakatuh.
me, sir.
Huh?
I have a question.
Yes.
So we are looking for how many days, right?
Yes.
So I actually got the points and everything, but then the amount of days is too high. I mean, like, so that's what made me unsure.
How many do you get? What is the value?
It's like 80,000 like that.
Oh, that means a lot. Okay. It shouldn't be 80,000. If you look at the graph, okay. You look at the graph. We should get some numbers less than 100. Okay, less than 100. It
Oh,
shouldn't
no,
be.
the points are less than 100. But when I substitute inside the equation, I get a very large number.
Me too.
It's
same.
okay. It's okay. I will try to check that. All right. If whatever you have, then that's it. Okay. Because the cost, because what you get, the number, maybe the number is the cost. The one number that you get is the cost. You put in the objective, what you get is cost, of course. Cost maybe thousands or millions. But the value of the corner point, that is the number of days. So the number of days you get should be 100, less than 100. Okay, because I draw the graph already, according to my graph, the number of days is not more than 100, but the cost can be high. So what you mean there is the cost. Okay, the cost can be high, but the number of days, which is the value of X and Y, the most will be 100.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. So that value is not the number of days, that value depends on cost. So you choose the minimum cost. Okay, you don't choose the highest cost. Objective is to minimize cost. Okay, all right. So you submit tonight by 10. All right, whatever you have, you submit, and then on Monday we will go through. Okay, any other question? Anything? Okay, if there is nothing, yes. So okay, all right. So I will see you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Okay, thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.